We've received a major update on the more than 47,000 documents that mysteriously vanished from the government's website. Some of these missing files reportedly contain disturbing allegations against a person who, for legal reasons, I can't name. If there is one absolute truth about the American political and social elite, it's that their most closely guarded secrets always come with an expiration date. For years, the world waited for the other shoe to drop in the sprawling criminal case of disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. Rumors had circulated for decades, whispered in elite circles, but concrete proof always seemed locked away behind legal barriers and endless delays. Now, that has changed. After intense pressure from Congress, the Justice Department has finally released those missing files, including transcripts from accuser interviews. The long-delayed Epstein documents are now public, and the internet erupted in real time. What followed quickly turned into a bipartisan nightmare, with powerful names from politics, business, and royalty appearing throughout the records. At the same time, significant portions remained redacted, particularly the names of alleged abusers. Even so, the documents contain deeply disturbing references, emails, notes, and messages, linked to numerous high-profile figures, including Bill Gates, Steve Bannon, Richard Branson, and Donald Trump. Other prominent individuals, such as Prince Andrew, are also pulled further into the spotlight. In Hollywood, late-night host Jimmy Kimmel walked onto his stage looking like a man handed a story years ahead of schedule. He immediately recognized what these files represented. Epstein had spent decades building connections with some of the most powerful people in the world, politicians, billionaires, and royalty, almost like collecting trophies. Names like Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew had already been associated with Epstein, but Kimmel pointed out something striking. Nearly every powerful figure connected to him seemed to offer the same carefully rehearsed explanation: they barely knew him. Some claimed they met only once at a charity event, while others admitted to flying with him but insisted they had little interaction. Kimmel didn't buy it. When your name appears repeatedly in documents tied to someone like Epstein, the phrase, barely knew him, starts doing an incredible amount of work. That contradiction became the centerpiece of the joke. Many of these individuals built their reputations on integrity and leadership, yet Epstein somehow had their private numbers and long-standing connections. Kimmel jokingly labeled the unfolding situation, Hurricane Epstein, and honestly, it felt like the most accurate description anyone had given. According to him, it was a Category 5 storm, bringing the country closer to one critical question: what powerful people truly knew about Epstein's activities, and when they knew it. For Donald Trump, the situation felt especially risky because of how directly his name appeared in the broader narrative. Congressman Jamie Raskin, after reviewing unredacted materials, claimed Trump's name appeared extensively throughout the records. Reports that his name surfaced thousands of times sent shockwaves through the media. Almost immediately, Trump's behavior shifted. A figure known for projecting confidence suddenly appeared more defensive. Instead of addressing the documents directly through a focused press conference or detailed interview, he responded in a familiar way, by flooding the news cycle with new headlines. Lawsuits began appearing in multiple directions, and he announced major legal actions involving the IRS, Harvard University, and the New York Times. Each announcement came rapidly, dominating coverage and filling panels with debate. The strategy seemed clear: create enough noise to bury the Epstein story under a wave of new controversies. When headlines become chaotic, the original issue begins to fade, replaced by legal arguments and political distractions. Meanwhile, Melania Trump appeared publicly beside her husband, taking on what many observers viewed as an increasingly uncomfortable role. Her appearances carried a visible sense of strain. While she maintained her usual calm and composed demeanor, her expression suggested the weight of ongoing political turbulence. As Trump worked to redirect attention, the contrast became difficult to ignore. On one side, aggressive legal counterattacks and media battles. On the other, a quiet presence standing beside it all, appearing worn down by the constant cycle of controversy and defense. Trump can file lawsuits, criticize Jimmy Kimmel, and dismiss everything as fake news, but the documents are now public. The storm has made landfall, and no amount of distraction can erase what is now part of the record. If you believe accountability should apply to every billionaire, politician, and royal named in these files, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We must continue demanding the truth, no matter whose reputation is at stake. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Do you think these revelations will finally change public perception, or will people continue to accept the "barely knew him" explanation? Stay alert, and keep asking the difficult questions.